We're ready.
Hi, I'm Noah Schnapp and I play Will Byers.
Noah Schnapp and his journey as Will Byers. His disappearance in season 1 triggers everything, and Noah plays the scared, confused childhood trauma with quiet heart and raw emotion. Stranger Things fans have hailed Noah for his performance in season 2 as legendary. Noah performs fear, anxiety, and possession that's intense but subtle. You can see what's going on behind his eyes, but on the surface it's very still. He's one of, if not the best actor on the show. My favorite scenes are definitely the ones with Jonathan. They're so well done. They don't overdo anything. You just clearly see this brotherly relationship. And you see it more so when they struggle to communicate later on. I was actually torn between Will Byers and Jonathan Byers in regards to my favorite actor on the show. So I did another video on Jonathan Byers, as I think he would be my second favorite after Will. Season 4, Will has been given some criticism that his performance was a bit cringeworthy and maybe overplayed. It's difficult. Season 4 changes things up because we're not in season 2 anymore. A huge amount of time has passed. They've all grown up a lot more, and I mean, he's the cursed child, isn't he? That has to grow up and go through the teenage years. And he has a lot of other inner turmoil going on. I think season 4, despite its criticism on Will, it's very well done because he's really behaving exactly like a troubled teen in that season. He's gone through a hell of a lot. He's still going through a lot. Season 4 has had criticism that it needed to be better. But if you just watch each season as a unique time period for the kids, it reflects quite accurately. You binge watch the show. You'll watch season 1, 2, 3, 4, but between each season there are huge time gaps going on. You're seeing these huge shifts in the characters, in the way they look, in the way they behave, especially in the way they look. They're older, they're moodier teenagers with baggage. It's best not to watch Stranger Things as an action show, but more like a drama where you are watching these kids grow up. If anything, as an actor, Noel is really giving a lot of depth and development to the character. His emotional delivery, the way it changes. He's getting older and going through a difficult time as a teen with no one to talk to. You start to see this breakdown of a character. That's why he's quite overly emotional, I think. For season 2, Noah drove into some seriously intense emotional material. He even lost his voice for 3 days after filming a high-pitched, full-on scream scene. To get into the possession mindset for Will's arc, he researched real accounts of possession, horror stories, and the result is an amazing performance that hits very well, that's celebrated. For someone who was only 10 years old at the time, it's extremely impressive. Just his eyes and just the very subtle movements he's doing. You don't see a performance, it's all extremely internal. His acting in season 3 and 4, it's labeled as cringe because of the crying. Crying is classed as overacting, even though we all love to do it, part of the fun. I don't think he does overacting in season 3 and 4. He does a lot of crying, but I feel like he has a lot going on emotionally. The truth is, there's not a lot of action for him. In fact, he's taken a bit of a back seat, especially in season 4. He doesn't have many scenes at all. There's way too many characters, in my opinion. There's way too much going on in the show that you're losing more time with your favorite characters. So perhaps the limited amount of scenes that he has now, he really puts everything he can as an actor into the limited amount of time he has on screen. I personally find it very interesting watching him. His scenes are actually some of the most memorable scenes in season 4. Despite all the action and all the twists and all the craziness, what stays in my mind are his scenes and a few of the other actors, but it's the emotional scenes that stay with you. I've picked 2 scenes that are my personal favorites, and they're actually from season 4 because I feel like he does the best acting. Not to criticize any of the other actors in the show, they all do an amazing job, but you cannot deny when Will is on the screen, you can see that little bit extra that he's doing in his performance. And he's not doing anything over the top. It's just the stillness that he has. You just cannot take your eyes off him. I think the fact that people are commenting about it being cringe is because they're actually feeling uncomfortable. They're feeling a cringy feeling like you would feel with someone you know, but they feel something in that when they're watching that performance. I think that's mission accomplished. His performance is making us feel things. So first scene is Will and Mike. If you were to see this in an acting class just off the bat, then you could say it's over the top. However, in this world of Stranger Things, knowing everything they've gone through, knowing everything Will has gone through, I think it's acceptable.
This is amazing. Did you paint this? Yeah. I mean, Elle asked me to. She commissioned it, basically. I mean, she told me what to
Jonathan
draw.
just watching them.
Anyway.
Okay, thinking about it, it is a little bit of a cheesy scene. Jonathan looking at them in the rear view. But why would we not want a little bit of cheesiness? This is like Stranger Things here.
Anyway, my point is, see how you're leading us here? You're guiding the whole party, inspiring us. That's what you do.
I think it's very powerful because of the fact that we know Will. Okay, we've seen him as a 10-year-old and everything he's gone through.
Without Hard, we'd all fall
You
apart.
can see he's not a kid anymore.
Even Elle, especially.
His feelings are very
These
adult.
past few months, she's been
He's going through a lot of hormonal feelings and
from other people, and
he's
when you're
struggling to manage
different,
his feelings.
sometimes
I think
you
that's,
feel like a
I
mistake.
think it's perfectly believable.
But you make her feel like she's not a mistake at all. Like she's better for being different. And that gives her the courage to fight.
You get handed this
If she was
script,
mean to
and
you, or
obviously when
she
you
seemed
read
like
the
she was
script, you can
pushing
see
you away,
there's
it's because
an
she's scared of
underlying
losing you, just like you're
subtext
scared of losing
that he's
her.
talking about himself. You've got the layers of, you know, love and identity, his feelings.
And if
That's
she
one of
was
the more
going to lose
powerful
you, I
scenes, you
think
know.
she'd rather just
Is
get
it
over with
overacting?
quick,
I don't
like
think
ripping
so.
off a Band-Aid.
It's a build-up of months and
So, yeah,
months of being away
Elle
from
needs you,
Mike,
Mike, and
having
she
all the
always
stress and
will.
anxiety and the feelings that he's
Yeah?
going through. I think it resonates very well with the viewers because we all know that feeling as a teenager. The hormones, everything just making you angry or upset, you know, and you get a glimpse of Will's complexities. He's got a lot going on and he doesn't get a chance to express it all the time. So he's expressed it in his painting that he's just made. And Jonathan's perfect reaction at the end of it is just to top it off. Also, you've got to give a lot of credit to Mike as his scene partner. You've got Will doing a hell of a performance. There's so much going on, but Mike is very good at listening, understanding, but not fully understanding, or maybe seeing glimpses, but he's not fully letting himself pay attention. Mike is a very good actor as well, good scene partner. It's, you know, I don't want to just say that Will is amazing in that scene. Mike is great in that scene as well, in a different way. My second favorite scene, the relationship they have, these two, is very special, and I think it's one of the best relationships in the show. Will and Jonathan together, they just work so well. Even Jonathan, just glancing over, he can see that Will is bothered by watching Elle and Mike. He just knows.
Do you remember that time you told me you had a Lego stuck up your nose?
What?
Yeah, like it was like a construction guy. You'd call him Larry. Oh, come on, you don't remember?
He had like the high vis jacket and the removable hat.
Yeah, vaguely.
Wow. I remember it like it was yesterday. I had to get tweezers to pull him out.
Bull.
No, I swear on my life. I don't know, I feel like you used to come to me more for help. Or to just talk, you know? No, it feels like you don't do that anymore. Not like before. A lot of that is probably my fault. This last year, I know I've been distant.
Or stoned.
Or stoned. Yeah. But that has nothing to do with you. And that's me dealing with my own shit. And hiding from my own problems. The truth is, I miss talking to you. I like really miss it. And I think right now we need to talk more than ever. Because
I
things are
know,
getting
I
just
know they make a
complicated.
joke of it that he's
Right, a
getting
lot more
emotional all the
complicated
time,
than Legos
but
up the nose,
performance-wise,
I just
you can see how happy he is hearing this from his brother. It's,
I don't want you to forget that I'm here. And I'll always be here. No matter what. Because you're my brother. And I love you. There is nothing in this world, okay? Absolutely nothing.
I mean, it just
I'll never change
flows
that.
so well. Like, Jonathan's got a lot to say, but this is another good moment that really shows how good
you too.
I know.
the actor Charlie Heaton is at
I know
playing
you are.
the big brother to Will. You know, he's very good at playing that. So anyway, those are my two favorite
Be okay.
scenes, acting scenes for Noah from season 4. I think that was the point of my video. I'm not 100% sure now why I made this video, but those are my two favorite scenes. I mean, they do show the emotional nuance that he gives his performance, how good an actor he is. You know, like it was almost, it was impressive for a 10-year-old in season 2 to be screaming and showing this really layered performance. It's not about topping that performance. That's a wild performance that he does. Instead, he doesn't try to outdo that performance. He goes under and he gives a way more subtle internal struggle that isn't based around monsters or, you know, demigorgons. It's nothing like that. It's based on real life teenage emotions that we've all gone through. And also that's, you know, the beauty of the creators. They've already said in interviews how they're fans of Stephen King and books like Stand By Me. They like watching the kids go through childhood into teenage years into adulthood. It's interesting to watch the things that we go through in adolescence. Anyway, that's enough. I just think he's a really good actor, and I thought I'd drop this video since there's a new Stranger Things coming out very soon. So I thought I would just plant the seed. Maybe I'll do some videos when the new show comes out. Since it'll be the final season, that might be fun. And it will be fun to see where they take this character. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Check out my video on Jonathan Byers as well, and let me know what you think.